I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles that have taught this truth and continue to teach this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. This is going to be an after camp lesson addressing a question that was asked during camp. And that question was, why is it that the real people or the real Jews are not allowed to return to their own land? And so I pulled up here a few things and some precepts. And so we're going to climb right into them. Okay. And then we're going to close this out. All right. And so we're going to start with Jeremiah 15:1. Okay. And it reads, "Then said Yahweh unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith Yahweh, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for famine to famine, and such as are for captivity to captivity." Okay? And so basically, Yahweh is saying that, those that I have for the sword, you go into that sword. Those that I have on the death, you're getting put to death. Okay? Those that will suffer famine, you getting ready to suffer famine. And those that are getting ready to suffer that captivity, you getting ready to suffer captivity. Continuing on. "And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Yahweh. The sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowl of the heaven, and the beast of the earth to devour and destroy. And I will cause them to be removed into all kingdoms of the earth." Okay? So let's get a precept there. All right? And so I'm going to read that part again. 15:4. "And I will cause them to be removed into all kingdoms of the earth." And so I got a precept dialed up here. And so let's get it here. There we go. All right. And so let's check out Deuteronomy 32:26. "And I said, I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men." And so who is he talking about? Okay? He's talking about our people in Jerusalem. Because remember, the question is, why is it that the real people, or the real Jews, which is us, right, here in America, right, starting with the Negroes, right, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, right, and so on, why is it that we can't return back onto our own land? Why is it that we're not allowed, even if we return onto our homeland, why is it that we're not allowed to be in that land, okay? And we're addressing it right here, just as a reminder, all right? And so the Most High said, and I'm going to read it again in Deuteronomy. This is a precept, all right? In Deuteronomy 32 and 26, the Most High said, I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. And so let's get back after this. And so Jeremiah 15 and 4, I will cause them to be removed into all kingdoms of the earth because of Manasseh, the son of Hezekiah, king of Judah, for that which he did in Jerusalem. Okay, so let's take a look at what, just real briefly here. Let's go take a look at what Manasseh, the king of Judah, what was his great sin? All right, so let's take a look here. So we're going to go to 2 Kings chapter 21, and we're going to start right out with verse 1 here. All right, Manasseh was 12 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 55 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Haphzibah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh, after the abominations of the heathen, whom Yahweh cast out before the children of Israel. For he built up again the high places, which Hezekiah his father had destroyed. And he reared up altars for Baal and made a grove, and he did as did Ahab, king of Israel, and worshipped all the host of heaven and served them. And he built altars in the house of Yahweh, of which Yahweh said in Jerusalem, I will put my name. And he built altars for all the host of heaven in the two courts of the house of Yahweh. And he made his son pass through the fire and observed times and used enchantments, witchcraft, enchantments, and dealt with familiar spirits, and wizards. He wrote or worked much wickedness in the sight of Yahweh to provoke him to anger. And he set a grove image of the grove that he had made in the house, of which Yahweh said to David and to Solomon his son, in this house and in Jerusalem, which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, will I put my name forever. Neither will I make the feet of Israel move any more out of the land which I gave their fathers. Only, okay, this is what Yahweh was asking us to do, all right? Only if they will observe to do according to all that I have commanded them, and according to all the law that my servant Moses commanded them. But they hearkened not, and Manasseh seduced them to do more evil than did the nations whom Yahweh destroyed before the children of Israel. Okay. And so that was Manasseh's sin. So let's get back to this, right? Okay. And so Jeremiah 15 and 4, I will cause them to be removed into all kingdoms of the earth, because Manasseh, the son of Hezekiah, king of Judah, for that which he did in Jerusalem. For who shall have pity on thee, O Jerusalem? O who shall bemoan thee? O who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? Thou hast forsaken me, saith Yahweh. Thou art gone backward. Therefore I will stretch out my hand against thee and destroy thee. I am weary with repenting. Okay? And so we're going to close out with Jeremiah 16:10. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore or why hath Yahweh pronounced all this great evil against us? In other words, why are we still here today getting kicked up the ass and being oppressed by our enemies? Even to this day, right? So let's reread that again. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore or why hath Yahweh pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against Yahweh our power? Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith Yahweh, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. And you have done worse than your fathers. For behold, you walk after every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. Therefore, I cast you out of this land into a land that you know not, neither nor your fathers. And there shall you serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. And yes, we are here, getting kicked up our ass, slewed, oppressed, serving other gods, and no, the Most High was not merciful unto us, and all of that. And so his word did not fail. Okay, and so I hope what I've presented, answers the question of why the real Jews, which is us, okay, which is us, why the real Jews are not allowed or cannot return onto their own land, which is Jerusalem or Yerusalem in the Hebrew. Okay? And so I hope that this lesson was edifying. Thank you for listening. Shalom.